Daddy, why are you behaving like a child? Chai, a big man like you. Look at where you are rolling on the floor. I'm ashamed. What if your associates see you? You are acting like a man with no sense. Something that I can't even do. His father's face changed from bright to blackout. He grabbed a cane like a warrior, and to crown all this rude behavior, Winner hated Garri with his whole heart. Once upon a time, in the busy, lively town of Iyama, there lived the Agboze family. They were the perfect example of Monina water. In fact, their money was so much, even their mosquitoes wore gold chains. The Agbonzes flew five-star planes like people used wheelbarrows. They slept in hotels so expensive. Even the pillows had their own room key. These people were so rich. If you sneeze near them, you might catch money. Now, their only son, Winner, was a young boy filled with talent but empty in home training. He was always on his own, like a phone on airplane mode. He was strict, too strict, like a math teacher with no joy. He loved the piano like it was his first child. From the age of 6, he played it like he was born inside the instrument. By 15, he was already teaching rich people's children how to play and charging in dollars. No thank you. Schools begged him to teach, and he chose schools like God was sending him from heaven. They paid because when Winner played piano, even ghosts would stop and clap. But guess what he did not have? Manners. Zero manners. None. If manners were a plate of rice, Winner did not even hold spoon. His mouth was like hot pepper mixed with insult, always saying something he shouldn't. One day, his excited mother, smiling like someone who just won a free vacation, bought him a brand new designer shoe. She said gently, "Son, do you like it?" Winner looked at it the way people look at public toilet seats. He said, "Mom, you bought me this cheap shoe. I thought you were someone that has class." She blinked. "Winner, this shoe is $4,000, so very expensive." Winner scratched his head like the shoe gave him headache and said, "Mom, they are classless. They don't befit me. Kindly do better next time. You can drop it there. I have an online class for my students." The woman stood there like a frozen chicken, speechless. She quietly walked away, but inside, her heart cracked like dropped chin-chin. Even the father wasn't spared though. One sunny day, his father was outside playing football with the cleaners and security men. They were laughing, rolling on the floor like soap in the bathroom. Winner came out slowly, arms behind his back, like a disappointed principal. He said, "Daddy, why are you behaving like a child? Chai, a big man like you. Look at where you are rolling on the floor. I'm ashamed. What if your associates see you? You are acting like a man with no sense, as big as you are. Something that I can't even do." Anyway, sorry if that hurts your feelings, but I'm not sorry as well. His father's face changed like PHCN light from bright to blackout. He grabbed a cane like a warrior preparing for battle. But Winner was faster than Wi-Fi in rich people's houses. He dashed into the house, slammed the door, and locked it with 3 padlocks. From the window upstairs, he threw needles down and said, do better next time. You cannot catch me." At that point, his parents were not just fed up, they were finished. They were more tired than a fan in dry season. And to crown all this rude behavior, Winner hated Garri with his whole heart. No matter how sweet the food was, if Garri was involved, he would hurt like the plates insulted him. He would always say, "Garri is for the poor. I'm not a poor person. My stomach only swallows luxury, no poor people's food." Even the Garri in the cupboard started questioning his life choices. One day, on his way to a piano presentation, Winner was in his usual bad mood. He had already slapped the driver like the man was a mosquito and pushed the cleaner for wasting his time ironing his clothes. His rudeness was so sharp, even Pepe would ask him for lessons. At just 19, Winner was already moving like a tired father of four, running from one piano event to another like a chased chicken. No rest, no joy, no manners. He shoved the driver and tried to drive himself. His mother, scared and worried, tried to stop him. Winner, my dear, please calm down. You don't need to drive, eh? Oh, please mind your business, woman, he shouted. The mother stepped back like a charger just parked. Winner, you said I should mind my business? He zoomed off with speed like he was chasing his destiny. Winner jumped into his car, slammed the door like it annoyed him, and stepped on the pedal hard. The car made a loud noise like a lion was trapped inside. He drove off so fast, it looked like the road was running away from him. He drove like he was in a race. He did not care who was on the road. He nearly hit a man selling bread, splashed water on a schoolgirl, and shouted at an old man crossing the street. People were yelling at him, "Slow down!" But Winner did not care. He had AirPods in and was on a call, arguing about piano chairs. He was laughing, not looking properly, and driving with one hand like the car was a toy. Ahead of him, a woman was selling oranges by the roadside. Her 18-year-old daughter was helping her arrange them in a tray. They were smiling and talking, peaceful like nothing bad was coming. Then, bam! His car hit their table. The oranges flew into the air like balls at a football match. The woman screamed and fell on the floor. The daughter also fell to the ground and rolled over. Hold him, oh, hold him, oh. Hey, you have done something bad. Ha, don't let him escape. Winner stepped out slowly, shaking, his eyes wide open like he just saw a ghost. He looked around. He did not know if he should cry, run, or even disappear. People shouted, held him tight, and dragged him to the police station like a sack of stolen onions. The police contacted his father. The officer said, "Sir, your son is in custody. Oh. He has been arrested. He hit two people with his car. So we need you." But his father replied calmly, "Ah, no, 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 no. Please, I can't make it. Oh. I'm enjoying life with my wife that respects me." Winner froze like someone just paused his life. And officer, please tell him that he's his only child, his only son. Maybe he doesn't know it's me. The officer looked at him and relayed the message. "Oga, he said you are the only father he has and he's your only son. Abi, you don't know he's your son?" The father responded, "Um, okay, my only son. Wow. Okay. Mm. Mm." So he knows how to talk very well. Tell him his senseless father is with his classless mother, and both of them are enjoying. One officer looked at Winner from head to toe and said, "See yourself. Even your father, your mother, has rejected you. If I were you, I would disappear. Ta! You look like your manners were flushed in the womb." Another one added, "If arrogance was a sport, you would have 3 gold medals." Winner sat there and cried bitterly, not because of the accident, but because his own parents abandoned him. 2 days passed, nobody visited. Not a single visitor came to see him, except mosquitoes, and those ones did not even knock before biting. Then came the worst news. The woman he eats died, and her daughter survived. And guess what? He also heard his parents took the girl into their mansion to comfort her like she was their own child. 1 week later, his father finally showed up at the station. But this time, no laughter, no hugs, nothing. Just a straight face like a maths exam. He said, "Winner, take your bags and come to the house." Winner eyes lit up like Christmas lights. "Ha, Daddy, you're here. I have missed you. How is mommy? And the cleaners and the drivers? Daddy, see, I now understand the value of life. Yes, I understand. And that woman that, hey, excuse me, I'm not here for all this chit chat. Since you understand now, we need a cleaner." His father nodded slowly and said, he pulled out a form and said, "We have decided to employ you for the job. So how much will you collect? Dollars or naira? Because we all know that your account has been put on hold, saying that you're not yet responsible until you're 25. So you need money to survive. And your piano job, everybody said nothing to do with you because of what happened. How can you be driving and you're making calls? You don't value life. So how will you survive?" Winner's mouth opened like a falling ceiling fan. He stammered, it's me, your son. No, I can't be subjected to a cleaner, Dad." "Okay, no problem now, Mr. Subject. Then make this police cell your new home. Congratulations in advance." Winner quickly shouted, "Okay, no, I will do the job. I will do it, Dad. I will do it. Dad, I will do the job." Because of careless driving, he lost fans, lost friends, and worst of all, he lost his respect. Even the piano did not want him anymore. When Winner finally came back to the house, tired and pale, like soaked tissue, he could not believe what he saw. There in the living room, sitting with his mother, was the same girl from the accident. She was dressed nicely, eating fruits, and laughing with his mom like they had known each other for years. His father entered the room and smiled. "Oh, your girls are enjoying." His mother smiled sweetly and replied, "Yes, so very, very well." Not even one glance at Winner. He stood there confused, like a stranger in his own house. He took a deep breath and said softly, "Mom, good evening." With a face as cold as frozen fish, she said, "Since you're here, please go and wash the kitchen sink, scrub the plates, and cook 3 soups under strict supervision. And after that, you will have your dinner. Hurry up, hurry up." Winner stood there like someone who just heard bad news. No hug, no welcome, nothing. He was so weak. His legs were shaking like noodles. From the police cell to this humiliation, do they not remember that he is their only child? Or have they replaced him? He went to his room, or rather, what used to be his room. Now it was boys' quarters, shared with the drivers and cleaners. His big bed gone, his AC gone. All he had now was a mat on the floor, and side comments from the staff like paper. They mocked him. "See, big boy don't follow. See your head. Come and talk, let me blow you." He cried quietly that night. He left his comfortable life all because of one accident, or maybe because of his bad mouth. He thought of all the people he insulted, all the moments it could have been better. But now, he was just a cleaner in his own father's house. After hours of washing, cooking, and sweating, he finally finished the work. His mother came in, holding a bowl of garri and water. She placed it on the table and said, "This is your food for the week." Winner looked up shocked. "Mommy, you know I don't eat garri." She smiled and said, "Yes, I know. It's poor man's food. But have you forgotten that you are now a poor man? You have nothing. Your accounts frozen. Your piano events cancelled till you're 25. So you see, you will suffer for your bad behavior. You made that girl suffer and you thought you would walk free. You must be a joker." "Mommy, please, I can't eat this." But she ignored him and walked away. At first, Winner sat on the cold floor, staring at the bowl of garri like it owed him money. It was there on the stool, waiting for him. The yellowish garri had swollen inside the bowl, just floating quietly, with 2 lonely groundnuts swimming like they were lost. One voice in his head said, "Don't do it oh, you are a star." Another voice said, "Be doing star there, don't come and eat food." He took small steps towards the bowl like a man about to commit crime. He sat, picked the spoon, then dropped it. He picked it again. He paused. He looked around like someone about to steal meat. He finally dipped the spoon in, lifted it slowly, then took one small sip. His eyes widened. Then, without warning, he grabbed the bowl with two hands. He drank it fast. No shame, no spoon, no pride. The water dripped down his chin. His face was sweating. He even chewed the two granules like they were diamonds. When he finished, he licked his lips. Ha! This thing is very sweet oh. Wow. Now I'm very, very okay. Thank you, Gary. You're a lifesaver. After 3 full months of hard work in the house, scrubbing floors, washing plates, ironing uniforms, and waking up before the roaster, Winner had changed. This wasn't the same rude boy from before. He now spoke gently, like someone who did not want to hurt the mosquito. He would say please before asking for anything and thank you like it was his middle name. He cleaned without complaining. He fetched water without being told. He greeted the cleaners with two hands and even helped the gateman wash his shoes. His eyes were calmer. His voice was softer. Even his walk had changed. No more proud shoulders, just quiet footsteps and tired slippers. But one thing did not change, his food. Every week, he still drank garri like it was punishment. He was slimmer now. His face had no shine. His eyes had deep circles, and his shirts were hanging on him like he borrowed them. One evening, his mother stood by the window looking at him. She went to her husband with shaking lips and said, "My husband, I can't take it anymore." The man did not reply. He was pretending to be focused on his newspaper, but his hands were still. He was listening. Tears welled up in her eyes. "That is our only son. In fact, our only child. Look at how lean he is. That boy used to shine like diamond. Now he's walking like broomstick." He made mistakes, yes, big ones. But so did we. He was raised with too much silver and not enough sense. And now, look at what pain has done. It has reshaped him. He now calls the cleaner sir and greets the gateman like his uncle. This is not punishment anymore. This is suffering. And if anything happens to him, how will we forgive ourselves? Before the father could speak, the door flung open. Rita, the same girl from the accident, rushed in panting. "Uncle, auntie, Winner just fainted though." The both parents jumped up at once. "What?" the mother screamed. "He collapsed by the garden. I was just passing and saw him lying on the ground." The father was already halfway out of the door. The mother's hands flew to her chest as she cried out, "Jesus, my son, my holy child, Winner mo." Rita ran behind them, her face full of worry. "He has not eaten since yesterday. He even rejected his food." The mother screamed louder. "Ha! This boy wants to kill me before my time. Oh." They all rushed outside. Winner laying flat on the ground, his eyes closed, lips dry. They shook him, no response. The mother fell beside him and wailed, "God, please, I have learned my lesson. Please don't take him from me. Please, Winner, I forgive you. I forgive everything." Then, at the hospital, the room was quiet. Machines beeped slowly. Winner lay on the bed, pale like soaked paper, with bandages. His mother sat beside him, holding his hand gently like it was gold. Suddenly, Winner's eyes opened slowly. He blinked. He saw his mother. He saw his father. Then he burst into tears like a child who just lost his biscuits. "Mommy, Daddy, please forgive me. He sobbed, voice shaking like a leaf in the wind. I was foolish, very foolish. I'm sorry for everything. His mother held his hand tighter, her own eyes filled with tears. No, Winner, don't cry. We are forgiving you. We care about you. You are our son. All this while, I was only pretending to be strong. But anytime I saw you eating cold garri like an orphan, I went to my room and cried into my pillow. I couldn't take it. Please, forgive me too, my son. His father came closer. I'm proud of who you've become, my son. Sometimes pain teaches what money cannot. Winner wiped his eyes and smiled. Mom and Dad, I caused everything by myself. I was too proud. Now I know that no one knows tomorrow. Only God is king. And we must always be humble. The father looked at the mother and said, Son, we have a confession to make. Winner blinked. The father turned to the door. Rita! Rita walked in smiling, the same girl from the accident. Winner sat up in shock. Then another woman entered. The older woman he thought had died. She walked in glowing, with gilly on her head, alive and well, like weekend packaged jollof rice. Winner's jaw dropped. He looked from face to face like a lizard who just landed in London. But, I thought she. Yes, you thought she's dead, right? The mother said. We knew you hit someone, so we rushed to the hospital and found that they were fine. But your mouth had become too sharp, so we paid them to teach you a big lesson. Winner's mouth stayed open for a full 30 seconds. The father chuckled, My son, your bank accounts safe. Your piano events, they were never cancelled. We only paused them. We wanted you to see life from the ground before going back to the top. Thank you, my parents. Thank you for not giving up on me. Then he turned to Rita. Please, can you be my sister? Rita laughed. Yes, my brother, how are you? Everyone in the room laughed. And from that day on, Winner changed completely. He started every morning with respect, greet your cleaner, smile at your driver. Garri is not a curse. And every time he saw a bowl of garri, he added granuts, ice block and said, this food saved my life. You can have dollars, fame, and fans, but without respect, you are still poor. Sometimes your parents allow you to suffer small, not because they hate you, but because they want you to grow. The cleaner, driver, and even the woman selling oranges matter too. Never insult food. The same Gary you laughed at might be the one to save you when your fridge is empty. Talent, money, power, they all fade, but God's wisdom and grace are forever. Hello, story lovers! Trust you all enjoyed today's story. Feel free to leave a comment below. Let's read from you. If you're a returning subscriber, you know now. We love you so much. And if you're yet to subscribe, feel free to hit the subscription button and turn on the notification bell for more interesting stories. And until we come your way again, never forget that God loves you. See you on the next one. Bye.